Alright, welcome to the third episode in this series. Today we are focusing on ranking every Hoenn Pokemon. So we have 165 different forms and Pokemon to go through. So let's jump right in. Trico. Honestly, I am going to have to rank it alongside Bulbasaur and Cyndaquil. Because when it comes to the starter trio as a whole for Hoenn, I love all of them pretty much equally. Like in some generations, I like one a lot more than the others. Or oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, what happened? Okay, well anyway, like I love one way more than the others, or I love two more than the third one. And besides, what's not to love about Trico? It's cute, it's a lizard, and it's pretty strong for an early game Pokemon. Grovyle. I have an anime attachment to it, so I'm gonna put it right below Politoed. Like, the Hoenn Pokemon don't miss. Sceptile, I don't have an anime attachment to it, but I have used it on some playthroughs before. And I like it, just not as much as Grovyle. Wait, actually, before I completely move on, did Ash evolve Grovyle? Oh, okay, looks like he did. Well, I must have missed that part of the anime. So, whoopsies. Because I know I started off with Diamond and Pearl, like for the anime. Then I jumped back to uh, the Indigo Plateau, or the Indigo League. Then I kind of bounced everywhere at the time, like Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova. Like back when I first started watching Pokemon. Okay, but anyway, I still prefer Grovyle just a little bit more. Mega Sceptile is a Christmas tree. Oh, excuse me. Now, it's not the greatest Mega Evolution, but it's actually pretty good. So I'm going to put it above Teddiursa. Like, they could have done better, but it's not that bad. Torchic. I'm going to have to barely put it above Trico. Because I love birds. Torchic's adorable. And I think it's the starter that I use the most in Hoenn. Combuskin. I don't care what people say it looks like. This is a great Pokemon. Right above Grovyle. May's Combuskin in the anime is pretty awesome. So that'll give it a slight edge over Grovyle. Now, Blaziken, on the other hand, I'm putting that above Combustion. The firefighting type, amazing typing. It started the trend, and come on, what's not to love about it? In fact, my copy of Pokemon Pearl, like before I got it, it belonged to someone else, and they had a Blaziken in that named Butt Kicker, but it wasn't Butt, it was something else. So it just kind of brings me back to that. Okay, up next we got Mega Blaziken, which honestly, top contender for one of the best megas. Like, it's not too different from Blaziken, but it's different enough that I like it. Mudkip. Right above Torchic. I mean, I like Mudkip. It's adorable. What's not to love? It's small, blue. Marshtomp. Now, this Pokemon is a bit on the weaker side, like when it comes to design. So, I'm going to put it above Gigantamax Gengar. Like, it's still cute, but it leaves something to be desired that I can't rank it alongside these guys. Swampert, on the other hand, yeah, it's really strong, cool, and it is a beast. I did a water-only run of Pokemon. I forgot which version it was. It was the version with Lotad. And it carried. Plus, it's only weak to grass. So, that's honestly a really good thing about it. Now, Mega Swampert. I don't like it. Like, why did they make it buff? It's not a fighting type. Honestly, C tier above Golduck. So now, Poochyena is adorable, it's simple, and it's a good Pokemon. A tier above Caterpie. Mightyena, Airbud, as Team Sky would call it. I am going to put it right above Houndoom. Like, the furrier look to it just adds so much more. Alright. Zigzagoon. I'm going to put that below Azumarill. Like, it's a cute Pokemon. And it's... yeah, it's not that good, but I mean, it has a cute face and a cute personality. Galarian, Zigzagoon, honestly, the looks are a little better. However, it's 4 times weak to normal now. So I gotta I gotta put it right below the regular Hoenn. I don't like it as much as Zigzagoon. So just below Galarian Slowbro. Linoon, honestly, I don't like the design as much. And once again, 4 times weak to fighting. So it won't be as useful. Wurmple. It's a cute Pokemon, but Caterpie has my heart. Like when it comes to early game bug Pokemon. Up next, Silcoon. Now, Cocoon Pokemon, besides Pupitar, I'm not that big of a fan of. Like, I get it, they're supposed to be a weak early stage Pokemon. Well, middle stage Pokemon. That's supposed to evolve into something good. Or decent in their... Well, yeah, decent in the long run, good in the early game. So... I am not going to put it as low as Kakuna. You know what? I'll put it right below Mega Ampharos. Beautifly has actually been pretty helpful in some of my past playthroughs, but I don't like it as much as Butterfree. Cascoon, honestly, barely better than Silcoon. Like, I like the color, the eye, you can actually see all of it and it's shaped different. There's something, and well, it's the little things about it that makes it better. Dustox, honestly, I would put that above Butterfree. Because it honestly looks cooler. I haven't used it as much, but it looks beautiful. My boy Lotad. That I'm going to put above Politoed. I mean, what's not to love about Lotad? It's a little lily pad Pokemon. And it's cute. And the water grass typing, I like it. Lombre. Well, Lombre is one of the definitions of the awkward middle stage Pokemon. I still like it, but it's just a little weird. So I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna put it right below Piloswine. Ludicolo, right below Tyranitar. He's just a silly guy, and he loves to dance. I love that about him. I know some people don't like Ludicolo for that reason, but that's just his charm. Alright, Seedot. Once again, I like it. Haven't used it as much as Lotad, but I can't hate it. Above Zigzagoon, Nuzleaf. If I'm not mistaken, this is the reason why the Nuzlocke got its name. And I don't have a very good track record at Nuzlocks, but I'm not going to hold it against it. It's a weird Pokemon, and I don't know why they gave it nipples. So, below Mega Pinsir in the A tier. Shiftry. We are going to put you. Honestly, yeah, right above Nuzleaf. Like, I know it's supposed to look weird, but I just don't have connections to it. Talo. I'm going to put you. Oh, where did I put? Yeah, I put Pidgey there. But, I'm gonna put it above Rhyhorn. Oh yeah, it's a basic bird from from the early routes. I have some attachment to it from the anime, but I'm not crazy about it. Swallow, you are going below Azumarill. Honestly, one of Ash's greatest Pokemon, the Thunder Armor strat, was a bit overkill. However, I feel like that's a very respectable spot because it's still high A tier. Let's go on to Wingull. It's alright. I'm gonna put it in the top of B tier. Like right above Alolan Sandshrew. I've used it before. However, the main attraction of that line is Pelipper, which I'm putting that honestly below Swallow. It's a goofy looking bird. I love the colors. It's strong. It's great at setting up the rain. But the anime attachment to Swallow just gives Swallow a bit more of an edge. Ralts. I like this Pokemon. Right above Pichu. Oh, excuse me, in the A tier. It's a cute Pokemon, but I can't rank it any higher because it has. Excuse me. It uses teleport too often when I'm trying to catch one. Also, I think that's why Abra got kinda low. Kirlia. This is actually a good Pokemon. So I'm gonna put it above Dratini. I like using Kirlia. However, when I'm using the Kirlia, my main thought is, what do I want to evolve you into? Like, just depending on the gender. Like, if it's a male Corellia, then I'm thinking, do I want to get a Dawnstone to evolve you, or should I evolve you into Gardevoir? So that thought process makes me focused on the next part of the line over Corellia itself. Gardevoir. I love Gardevoir, just not as much as some people on the internet. I'm going to put it above Slowking. It's a strong Pokemon, and the fact that it can create black holes to save its trainer, that's loyal. Mega Gardevoir. I don't know, Gardevoir's already human-like. This is way too human-like. Like, it looks more like a dress on this one. And the 2 points from the chest, it's a bit overkill. So I'm putting it in very low A tier, right under Mega Ampharos. Surskit. I mean, it's kind of cute. I'm gonna put it above Murkrow in B tier. Like, lower B tier. Masquerain. I mean, it's kind of cute. Honestly, I got nothing, so I'm just gonna put it below Murkrow and call that it. Shroomish. I love Shroomish. Like, it's just a silly little mushroom that just looks so cranky, but when you flip it over, the face looks so. Sorry about that. The face just looks a little menacing if you flip it upside down. So I'm going to put it above the Galarian birds in A tier. Breloom. I'm going to put you above Slowking in A tier, because I've used it a couple times and I love it. Yes, it's 4 times weak to flying. That's an issue, but I love the design, and it's good when flying types aren't around. Alright, let's see. Slack off. I mean, it's alright. It's cute, but it was a pain to find in Scarlet and Violet. In fact, I didn't think that it was actually found in the wild. So, low A tier, right below Silcoon. Vigoroth. Honestly, I haven't really even touched this line, except to fill a Pokedex. It's alright. But I don't like it as much as Slackoth. Vigoroth, it's a strong Pokemon, but Truant really brings it down. So I'll put it above Slackoth. But if it didn't have Truant, it would probably be one of my top Pokemon. Okay, we got Ninkata. Um, Honestly, I like the fact that it has a branched evolution. Well, not really branched. It's more like two evolutions in one if you have an open spot in your party and a Pokeball in your bag. That's something extremely unique. So I'm putting it below Vulpix. Ninjask. Uh, Honestly, it's a fast Pokemon. It may not be the strongest, but it's pretty good. So I will put it above Ninkata. Shedinja, on the other hand, it's weak when it comes to its HP, but when it comes to like the reason why it's so weak, its ability makes up for it. Wonder Guard is a wonderful ability, no pun intended. However, I just wish in Pokemon Infinite Fusion that Wonder Guard would actually work because there's two moves that actually hits outside of the type pairing that I have. In fact, I'll put it above Togetic, but I have a Togekiss and Shedinja Fusion. Ancient Power is one of the moves that hits it. Even though it's supposed to be Ghost Fairy, it shouldn't be weak to Rock. It should only be weak to Ghost. Okay, here, let me... Alright, uh, for those of you who haven't been watching my channel until this video, hi, welcome. My least favorite Pokemon of all time is that Whismur. I hate Whismur with a burning passion. Like 2.5 years ago, I was doing a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Infinity, and that took out most of my team with echoed voice. And it infuriated me. So, not only that, what is it supposed to be? This thing is hideous. Like those eyes, the ears, it even has a butthole. Like, why? I hate this thing with a burning passion, and I wish nothing but bad things for Whismur. Loudred, second least favorite Pokemon. It is not as annoying as Whismur, but it has taken out some members of my team. Exploud, on the other hand, I like Exploud. If I could make Exploud a single Pokemon without an evolutionary line, I would. I'm putting it below Onyx, though. It's a cool design. I don't have any issues with it. It's good. Okay, Makuhita. I love this thing. In fact, it was my very first shiny in Pokemon Scarlet, and it was amazing. I believe I still have my reaction over on Twitch. Like I don't remember which episode it was. It was, I believe, my second or third stream of Pokemon Scarlet. So just for the fact that it was my first shiny of Generation 9, I'm putting it below Heracross. Hariyama. Hariyama's a strong Pokemon. I love it. However, I'm gonna put it right below Lotad. It has a great shiny, but Makuhina was the one that started it. Azurill. Honestly, another Dex filler just like the rest of the baby Pokemon. So I'll put it below Magby. Well, almost the rest. Yeah, almost all baby Pokemon are Dex fillers. Like, when we get to later generations that have, like, Riolu or... Yeah, I pretty much just Riolu. So, the next episode, I'll go further into depth on my feelings about those. Nose Pass. Uh, right above Magby in the B tier, it's a nose made out of rocks, and it's a compass. It's a weird way to portray that. Skitty, honestly, it's cute, but it's not something that I seek out. So B tier. Delcatty I will put right above Skitty for the same reasons. Sableye, I kinda wish Sableye got an evolution. It's a cool Pokemon, and just having a Mega is not enough love for it. So I'm just gonna put it in lower A tier. Where did I... Okay, that's where I put Delibird. Mega Sableye. Its eyes become red and it just gets a bigger gem. I mean, that's cool, I guess. But I wish they could have done more with it. In fact, so for my top ranked Mega is Mega Tyranitar. Just regular Mawile. Once again, it's in the same boat as Sableye, but I like it more. Just barely, though. This mouth on the back of its head reminds me of Audrey 2 a little bit. So, it has that going for it. Mega Mawile, I would say it's honestly better than regular Mawile. But I just wish that Mawile actually had an evolution. Then that got a Mega. Okay. So, Aron. It's a cute Pokemon. And I've actually used Aron before. So I'm going to put it above Exploud. It's a good Pokemon. Leiron, I will put it above Wheezing. It's it's starting to get strong. Like, yeah, the 4 times weakness to fighting is not that good, but I like it. What's not to love about a giant armored dinosaur like Aggron? Like, yeah, once again, 4 times weak to fighting. But I'll just put it right below Gardevoir. Like, I've used Aggron before. It is a beast. Mega Aggron. I've never used Mega Aggron before. So I think it's a pretty cool design. Is it in my top 3 megas of all time? I have no idea at the moment, but I will say it looks better than Aggron. Meditite. Man, that's just multiple dex entries in a row that has a mega with it. Meditite. I may have a shiny one, but I'm not that big of a fan of it. So, yeah, lower B tier. Uh, Medicham just looks weirder than Meditite. And once again, not that big of a fan of it. Mega Medicham, they were trying too hard to at least attempt to make it look cool. However, is it better than Mega Swampert? Yes. Let's see, there's 1, 2. Okay, so I got 7 rows left with the 11 Pokemon, so that's 77 more to go. Electrike, it's a cute Pokemon, and I've actually used Electrike as well. It wasn't... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just tired. It's not a Pokemon that I've used at the end of a gameplay, but it was great in the interim. So right above Zigzagoon in A tier. Manectric, it's cute and cool. It's strong, but I'm going to have to put it below. No, I'm putting it below Butterfree. Up next, Mega Manectric. Mainly because I have a Pokemon card of Mega Manectric. It's really cool. Do I think it's better than some of these other megas? Honestly, no. I'll put it below, right above Mega Houndoom. Alright, Plusle and Minun I'm just going to pair together because they're not too different. It's just the tail, the symbols on the cheeks, and the colors. Honestly, I'm going to rank them right along with Pichu, wherever Pichu is. Yeah, like right here. Minun's better than Plusle because I love blue more than red. Volbeat and Illumise, honestly, I'm just gonna rank them both in the bottom of C tier. Like, they have they have an interesting look, but honestly, they're just dex fillers. Rosalia, that's going to be like middle of A tier, right above Lombre. I love the grass poison type, even though Kanto has an abundance of them. But this is Hoenn we're talking about. It's a good Pokemon. So, I gotta give it a good ranking. Alright, we got Gulpin. Honestly, I'll just put it above Delcatty. Yes, I have a couple shinies of this throughout a couple games. It's just not an exciting Pokemon. Same with Swalot. I don't like it as much though. So I'm just gonna put that below Nosepass. Carvana. I kind of like it. Okay. I'm gonna put it below Chansey. The Water Dark type, great type. And I like piranhas, just not as much as other fish. I wouldn't own a piranha if I had the opportunity. That just sounds like a terrible idea. And Torpedo, which for some reason on some apps, you aren't even allowed to mention its name because of the last half of its name. It's not that kind of predator. It's a shark mixed with torpedo. Oh yeah, A tier. Above Caterpie. Mega Sharpedo, they're just trying too hard at this point. Yeah, right above Mega Medicham. Whalmer. It's a cute Pokemon. I'm gonna put it above Mega Slowbro. I know that some of these Pokemon, I don't really have much to say about them, but mainly because I either never used them, or I've rarely seen them in the anime. So sometimes I just gotta be like, this is cute, or this sucks. Wailord. Oh, excuse me. Wailord's actually a pretty good Pokemon. It may be massive, but I like using it. I don't know what those two have in correlation, but the one that you can find in the wild in the Isle of Armor, it's just so massive. Like, that's what a Wailord should look like. Then we have Numel. It's a cute Pokemon, but it's not that good. So I'm just gonna put it in upper B tier above Winkle. Camerupt. Uh, honestly, I like using it. It's a nice looking Pokemon, but it's just so easy to defeat. So I'll put it barely above Numel, but in lower A tier. Mega Camerupt. Honestly, I will put this above Gulpin. It's not too exciting. Okay, now that I'm looking at Mega Aerodactyl, I'm actually going to bring it down towards C tier. Right below Hisuian Quillfish. Torkoal. This thing needs an evolution. It's been, I don't know how long now. When did the Hoenn games come out? I know it had to have been early 2000s, like either right after I was born or right before. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm going to rank it right below Delibird because give my boy an evolution. Torkoal is cute and it needs love. Spoink. I like it. I'll put it below Mareep. I haven't used it much, but it's a cute design. Grumpig. It's not as cute as Spoink, but it is strong from what I've used. However, it's still not really my cup of tea. Alright, so now we're moving on to Spinda. It's a unique Pokemon. So, right above Cleffa in B tier. The unique patterns is pretty much all it's good for. And I hate to say that because it's a cute Pokemon. Trapinch. Cute Pokemon. I love the design. And I've used it before. It's pretty good. Above Aeron. Actually, no, above Onix. Vibrava. Great Pokemon. It's a cool design. So I'm putting it above Spoink. My boy Flygon. If Flygon does not get an evolution not an evolution, a mega evolution in Legends Legends ZA, I will be disappointed. But I'll still play the game. Flygon deserves so much more love than it gets. So I'm actually going to put it. Where do I have Dragonite? Yeah, right there. Right above Dragonite. Like, yeah, it's still 4 times weak to ice compared to Dragonite. And maybe it's just Flygon HG that's giving me more love towards Flygon. But I don't care. I love Flygon. Then up next we have Cacnea. cacti in the anime is lovable. And besides, it's a cute design for a cactus. I'm putting it above Snubble. Cacturn is a beast. Okay, I don't really know if it's the Cacturn portion or the Crobat portion in Pokemon Infinite Fusion that I love about it. I like about the Croturn fusion. But it's still doing pretty good, and it's a really great leader for the team. So that's actually giving me more appreciation towards Cacturn, which is a Pokemon I never really thought about using until Pokemon Infinite Fusion. So I'm actually going to put it right above Quilava in A tier. And then we move on to Swablu. It's a little cloud bird. That's adorable. Putting it above Tailo. Because I think I end up using Swablu more often than... Well, not Swablu, but Altaria more than Swellow. So I have more of a bond with it over the Tailo line. Altaria. When I'm not using Flygon, I'm using Altaria as a dragon type in the Hoenn games. So, honestly, I'm going to put it right below Dragonite. Because it's not as strong as Dragonite. So that kind of knocked it down a little bit. And I don't use it as much. But yeah, Mega Altaria. The only Dragon Fairy type in existence. And it's a fluffier version of Altaria. I love it. I haven't used it before. But then again, I haven't used many Mega Evolutions before. In fact, I think the only time I've used Mega Evolutions it's been fan games. Because once again, I've hardly played the Generation 6 games. Yeah, I have Pokemon Y on my desk. But I haven't really actually gone through it. I will one day. In fact, I might go through Gen 6 in another way. Hint, hint. Alright. So we are getting down to the final 40, so 14, 28. Man, I don't remember. But anyway, Zangoose is a cool Pokemon, and the fact that it fights with Seviper it just gives it more respect from me. So I'm putting it above Magnemite in A tier. Seviper. It's the coolest of the snake Pokemon we've encountered so far besides Onix. But due to my actual fear of snakes, I can't rank them too high. Like, I know that's... I constantly say, I'm not afraid of snake Pokemon. but it's just my fear of snakes that won't let me rank them too high or have them anywhere near my favorite. Like Dratini and Dragonair, they're not snakes. In my eyes, they're little dragons. And Onyx, rock snake, but it doesn't look like an actual snake. Steelix, I wouldn't say that's a snake at all. Okay. Solrock and Lunatone I'll rank together. Like, yeah, they're different Pokemon, but honestly, if I have to talk about one, I'm going to talk about the other. Because they just go hand in hand so well. Oh, excuse me. So Lunatone and Solrock, they're A-tier Pokemon. I'm putting them above Alolan Diglett. However, it's the fact that I got 2 shiny Lunatones in the span of 4 days in Pokemon Go that just gives the slight edge to Lunatone. I love both of their designs pretty much equally. So, I gotta give it to Lunatone. So up next we have Barboach. Honestly, I'll put it in C tier above Parasect. Oh, excuse me. Like, it's honestly a forgettable Pokemon. Like, yeah, I remembered its name and all, but when I see it in Pokemon, I'm like, oh yeah, Barboach exists. Whiscash, honestly, it's not much better. However, I will put it in the bottom of B tier, above the Metatite line, because it's actually quite funny with the whiskers. And he set the W. He set his logo on his head to a W for Wumbo. Because Mega Camerupt. Wait, doesn't Mega Camerupt have like an M on its head for mini? I know it's not actually for mini or Wumbo. But come on, SpongeBob references are funny. Corfish. Absolutely love Corfish. I'm going to put it above Suicune. It has such a personality in the Pokemon anime, and I just like Corfish. It's cute. Crawdont, not as cute, but it is pretty good for being only a second stage Pokemon, but being the fully evolved Pokemon of that line. So I'll give it the slight edge over Corfish. Baltoy. Ooh, excuse me. Honestly, I'm going to have to put it right above Numel, because the ground psychic type is actually a pretty good type compared to fire normal and a fire ground. Like, but this is just my personal experience. Like, I'm doing no research on the type chart to see like what's more useful. But anyway, Claydol. Oh god, I'm going way too far. Honestly, I'm just going to put this right below Mega Gardevoir. It's a bizarre looking Pokemon, but it's strong. Okay, we're on to the fossils now. So, Lilip. Yeah, I'll just put Lilip and Credilli together. I don't really like them. Yeah, Credilli is barely better. Like, they're weird designs. However, the Armaldo line is barely. Oh well, I'll put the. Yeah, I'll put Anorith and Armaldo in the lower B tier because they're interesting looking fossils compared to whatever we got here. Like, when it comes to fossil Pokemon, I don't care that some of them are weird, but that's if it's part of their gimmick. These two, I just wish had way better designs. Feebas. Now, when this video goes up, I should have episode 2 of my Soul Link randomizer with ADHD on the channel. And it was his turn to pick the nickname for a pairing. It was Feebas and I forgot what he caught, even though we just filmed over an hour ago. Well, I mean, it was like 2 hours ago at the point of, well, this point. But the nickname was 2 meter and no 2 centimeter. Oh my god, 2 centimeter gang. I don't know why he picked that, but now I can only associate this with 2 centimeter gang. And besides, it was a beast because it was like everything about it was randomized. Where's Magikarp? Here. I'm actually going to put it below Magikarp because I have more of a connection to Magikarp. I always buy the Magikarp before Mount Moon. I know it's not that good of a move to do. However, it's tradition. And then my low tick, that's actually a pretty strong Pokemon. Doesn't matter if Wallace has it or Cynthia, it is a threat to deal with. So I'm going to rank it below Gardevoir. cast form. And I'm just going to rank all 4 forms together. It's a cute Pokemon with a weather gimmick. That's all there really is to it. Look, even M&J TV can admit that it's not that good of a Pokemon. And honestly, I like the Hail form the best. Over the regular form, then the Rain form, and then... Now, the Sun form over the Rain form, just barely. Wait, hold on. You know what? Camerupt, Vigoroth. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like that's a better placement. Now, I know that I'm putting a lot of the Hoenn Pokemon down towards the bottom of the list. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have done them this low when I was younger, because Hoenn was one of my first 2 generations. Now, I don't remember if I've actually tried the the Hoenn games on the Game Boy Advance first, or if it was the Kanto games. Because I tried them both along the same time period. I just don't remember what was the order. Then eventually I got Pokemon Diamond. I tried Pokemon Crystal a little bit. I'm going way too far. Anyway, Kecleon. Honestly, they just have too many gimmick Pokemon in Hoenn. Like Cast Form, Kecleon, God, what was the other gimmick Pokemon? Oh yeah, Spinda. However, I like Kecleon's design. It's cute, and it's actually kind of creative. It looks like an actual chameleon compared to Charmeleon. Okay, Shuppet. I love this little ghost. Above Ghastly. I haven't used it as much as Ghastly, but it just seems more of a cartoony ghost, and I like that. Bayonet. I'm going to put that above Phanpy. Because I believe Bayonet is the one where it was originally like a doll that got possessed. That's metal. I like that. However, not as... And well, I mean, there's a lot of other Pokemon that are above it. But it's cool. Mega Bayonet. That is honestly one of the best designs I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't have as much attachment to it as Mega Tyranitar. So Yeah, I'll put it below Crobat in A tier. So it's one of the best Mega forms out there. Duskull. Uh, uh, I'm gonna put this right above Hail Form Cast Form. It's an interesting design. However, it's not as good as it could be, like when it comes to battling. Dusclops, it's good at battling, especially when it has an Eviolite, but the design is not as good. But I like Duskull a bit more. Tropius, another Pokemon that needs an evolution. It is a cool Pokemon. In fact, I like it more than Tropius. It's a cool Pokemon, and it deserves a lot more love than it's been given. Give it something permanent like an evolution. Chimecho. This is a Pokemon that should have also gotten an evolution. However, I don't like it as much as the others that I've mentioned in this video and in past videos. I'm gonna put it above Weedle. It's a cool Pokemon though. It needs a lot more love in order for me to actually want to use it. Absol. I'm going to... You know what? I'll put it above Sharpedo. It is misunderstood. It is a great design. It's strong. It doesn't bring disasters. It warns people that disasters are coming. But the people of the Pokemon world just don't seem to understand that. Mega Absol looks like an angel of death. It's pretty cool. You know what? I'll put it above Mightyena. It's a well, no. Above Mega Houndoom. No, Mega Manectric. Okay. Take it. Yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it. It is a brilliant design, and it definitely deserves to be in the top 10 Mega Evolutions. Wait, hold on, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, top 10 for now. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more this generation. I don't count primal forms as megas. There's 1, 2. Yeah, there's 2 next gen. There was 1 in Gen 5, and I don't remember how many were in Gen 6. I don't count the Battle Bond form. Oh yeah, there was only 1 Mega in Gen 6. The freaking generation that introduced Mega Evolutions. Okay, but anyway... Let's just move on. Why not? So basically, the conversation when they were making the Gen 3 games, why would we make a baby for Wobbuffet? Someone responded, why not? Honestly, I'll put it below Parasect. Actually, no, above Parasect. I It's honestly just more pointless than anything else. I understand why Wobbuffet exists. It's a punching bag, and it's is really annoying to deal with. But yeah, it's not really something I would want. One, two, three, four, five. Oh no, there's 6 megas. I forgot about Mega Glalie. Okay, Snorunt. It's a cute Pokemon. And I know that these theories aren't real, but they say that it's like a lost phalanx that gets left behind. But that I don't even believe that theory, but it's just sad. You know, no, above Hitmonchan, Glalie. It's creepy, but in a good way. And it's actually pretty strong. So, it's going above Snorunt, just barely. Mega Glalie, this is creepy in the wrong way. Uh, yeah, I'll put it in between Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Caesar in the B tier. Spheal, uh, S tier right below Heracross. Do I really need to explain myself for Spheal? Celio. It's a good Pokemon, but I don't love it as much as Spheal. So it's going into A tier. Like right above Hisuian Typhlosion. Walrein is a beast. In fact, this might be controversial, but I think it's better than Lapras. Mainly because I think it's stronger. Okay, Clamperl. Yes, it is a cute Pokemon, but you just get it so late into the games that it's not really worth getting and using. So I'm gonna put it right below Magby. Huntail and Gorbis. Huntail, I mean, I like it better than Electrode and the Megas. Like, the bottom 3 Megas I have so far. I know it's supposed to be one of those eels, but I don't really like it. Gorbis, I know it drains the life out of people, but it's a much better design. So right below Kecleon. Relicanth. Yes, I know I just said that you get it so late in the game that there's no point in using it. But Relicanth is also one of those Pokemon that I think deserves I deserve. Oh my goodness, I think it deserves an evolution. So I'm going to put it right above Kecleon. And besides, it actually looks pretty cool. Love Disc should have had an evolution with Alomomola, or however you pronounce it. Where is it? You. Like, for those of you who haven't seen either of these Pokemon somehow, here. Why did this not evolve into this? But I like it more than Smoochum. So, high D tier. Bagon. It dreams of flying, and it's cool. I will put it above Seedot. Shelgon. Not as cool as Bagon, but it's still cool. I'll put it above Chikorita. In fact, so far, I think Chikorita's the lowest base form starter. For now. Salamence. Honestly, I don't like it as much as Dragonite. But I'm going to put it above Mega Aggron. Because it's still a strong Pokemon. And it's still pretty cool looking. Mega Salamence. Honestly, it just seems lazy. It's still strong, but I just wish they would have done better with it. But they absolutely nailed it when it comes to Roaring Moon. Okay, so 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, yeah, we got 22 more. So Beldum, great Pokemon, great evolutionary line, great design. Putting it above Dratini. Matang looks a little weird. Kind of reminds me of the penguin from that one Batman movie. You know, the one with Danny DeVito? So I'll just put it right above, right below Beldum. Metagross. S tier. Right above Hisui and Voltorb. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I want to try to save my top tier for like my top 50. Like, I know I'm nowhere, and well, I can't really say I'm nowhere near it. I'm almost halfway there. But it's just something I want to keep in mind, or at least try to. Alright. Mega Metagross. Do I like it as much as Metagross? Well, you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Uh, honestly, no. But is it still a great mega? Absolutely. Yeah. Well, hold on. Yeah, I think right above Swampert is a good place. Uh, yeah, Reggie Rock. I well, honestly, yeah, I'll probably just pair all three of these together. Reggie Rock over Regice, and then Reggie Steel. Yeah, I'll put Reggie Steel at the end because it's like yeah, they're all cool looking Pokemon, but I like Reggie Rock more. Regice looks sleeker. Reggie Steel, I'm just not as big of a fan. Latios and Latios I'll pair together. I will put them above Lotad. And I'm not going based on color, like red or blue this time. Latios from Pokemon Heroes, I love its connection with Ash. So it's just wholesome. Oh god, this was. I forgot which one this was. Mega Latios? But once again, it's. I think they're. Yeah, I think they're all right. But honestly, the Megas are just kind of lazy. Because they're almost the same thing. Okay, yeah, Kyogre in its primal form, I'll just put in the same spot as well. I'll put them, uh, uh yeah, right above Voltorb, but the primal form will go right above. Groudon, honestly, I prefer Groudon over Kyogre. I know it has a type disadvantage, and when it is in its primal form, it's 4 times a week. But it stood up to Kyogre when it had just a tiny bit of land, and Kyogre had an entire body of water around it. He's crazy, but I like that. Rayquaza. I'm gonna put it. You know what? No. Rayquaza, so far, out of all the Pokemon I've ranked, my favorite legendary. Now, this is the peak Mega Evolution look. The only thing that, like, so far, when it comes to the Megas, that could beat Mega Rayquaza is Shiny Mega Rayquaza. I absolutely love this. Oh, excuse me. if someone says that they don't like Mega Rayquaza, they're just trying to be different. Okay, so we got 5 left. Jirachi, absolutely adorable. I'm gonna put it below Ludicolo. Oh yeah, I'm using one currently in my Pokemon Infinite Fusion playthrough on Twitch and Kick. And I have it mixed with Meganium. However, it's not doing the greatest, but it's still pretty good. Now, the Deoxys forms, I'm just going to go based on design. Regular Deoxys. Honestly, I'll put it right below Articuno. I don't know which form this is. However, I like it a bit more because of, well, mainly the way the head looks. This one just looks dorky to me, so I'll put it below Chinchou. And then this form, I'm assuming this one has to do with speed. And I like it a lot. I like it more than these two. Just a little bit, but a lot more than this. But anyway, that is my ranking of every Gens 1 through 3 Pokemon. Now, I know this is a lot to see. I'm gonna see if I can actually. Wait, hold on. Let me go into presentation mode. Okay. Yeah, so you can actually see quite a bit more on each tier. And there's no way Whismer's getting out of the why do you exist tier. But anyway, that's all I got for you. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment any other video ideas you have in mind, and I will catch you in the next one.